Brahmarpanam. We are giving it to someone. Oblation, it's a sacrifice to someone by someone, right? So who is that to? Brahmarpanam, to the Brahman. Brahmarpanam is not like Brahma, not like Chaturmukha Brahma. This is Brahman, the ultimate superior power, Parabrahman. To him, it is being provided. Great. So you are that great. You are providing to him. All right, let's see. Continue. Brahmagnihi. Brahmarpanam, Brahma Havihi. Havi means Havya. Havya means what you provide. Substance. Some people put. Have you ever seen a yajna? How many of you have seen yajna? Yeah, Chaitanya uncle has seen yajna. And Kriti, have you seen yajna being performed? Harika has seen. Nice.
Yes, uncle.
Yeah, you saw, right? So there will be a fire in the middle. All the priests will be around the fire and they will be offering something into the fire. Ghee or herbs, right? Or sometimes food. They'll be offering into the fire and they'll be chanting mantras, right? They'll be invoking the gods to come and have it. Now, why? Have you ever understood why it goes into the fire? Yes, Kriti?
Because it's fire's god.
Because it's fire god. Okay, fire god. Yes, Agni is considered to be a god and he has some capabilities. But there is a reason why we use only fire god, not water god or air god. Harikatali? Chepama. I'm not able to hear you.
Ippudu, hello.
No, I'm not able to hear.
1 minute.
So why we use fire? Why we put the food into fire before offering it and chanting the mantras, while chanting the mantras?
So that whatever becomes ahuti, that will be around us, because it's not just as a normal substance, right? So it will be around in the air as well, and it'll go up and it'll be like to all the souls, all the ancestors, something all over that would be spread in the air.
Scientifically, that is a
purifying
good way to
it.
look at it. That is the right way to look at it scientifically. But spiritually, Agni is the ultimate purifier. Ultimate purifier. This is one of the reasons why Ma Sita was told to enter into Agni to prove the purity. Now, nothing has to be proven. It is for us to know that our thought process are so bad that we have started questioning the purity. So for people like us, fools like us, to see that Mata was really pure, she was asked to enter into Yajna, Agni, knowing that Agni is not going to do anything for her. Right? So Agni is the ultimate purifier. Anything that is not clean, once it gets into the Agni, how does gold get formed? When the gold is taken out of the ground as an ore, it has a lot of impurities. The first step of the purity process, purification process, is to put that whole thing into the fire. Fire is the ultimate purifier. It removes all the impurities. So by mistake, even if something in this ghee is impure, let my Lord Agni purify that. And after the purification, whatever is coming out, let me offer that pure subject to Paramatma. Whatever is the purest form of my offering, let it go to Paramatma. With that intention, we invoke Agni to help us purify the content. That content we put into the Agni is called as Havya or Havihi. Who is that Havihi? Who is this Havya? This Havya, though for us it may look like some grains, some leaves, some herbs, some, camphor and all that, but what is this? This itself, the sacrifice that is being made itself is Brahman. Brahma Havihi. So the thing that I'm providing, now we are discussing about this knowledge. In this action, in this yajna, we are sharing knowledge. That knowledge is nothing but Brahman. Never underestimate that knowledge. Never disrespect that knowledge. After knowing that, can you ever touch this book with a feet, or can you ever put this on the ground like careless some other book? No, we cannot. Brahma Havihi. The one whom it is being provided is Parabrahma. What is being provided is also Parabrahma. See the beauty of yajna. Next thing is Brahma Agnyau, the purifying agent which is carrying this to Paramatma. That's why fire has another name. It is called as Havya Vahana, vehicle of Havi. Only on that vehicle it goes to Bhagwan. So it's called Havya Vahana, Agni. He himself is Brahman. Who can purify Brahman? My mom can give me a shower. When I was a kid, she used to give me a shower and make me clean because she is bigger than me. She knows where to clean, what are the impurities. If I'm saying the offering that I'm making is Brahman, then the one who is purifying it, how can that not be Brahman? That also is Paramatma. So, Brahmarpanam, Brahma Havihi, Brahma Agni. Agni is also Brahman here. Then, Brahmanahutam, Brahmanahutam, Ahutam, whoever is giving, which is me or you or priests around the fire who are offering it, they are also Parabrahma Swarupam. They are also Parabrahma Swarupam. So here, what he owns is going to him back again through him. This is what is a yajna. This is the thought process behind a yajna. Brahmarpanam, Brahma Havihi, Brahma Agnyau, Brahmana Ahutam, Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam. Everything goes back to him. It goes back to Paramatma. The end result of the action being performed also will be owned by him. It goes to him. Nothing remains with me. So even when you are saying it is there in the air is him. It is in him. And that air is taken by me to make myself healthy. I am him. I am him. That's why it is coming back to me. So, likewise, if we think, can you distinguish between two people? Oh, this is a Shudra, this is a Vaishya, this is a Kshatriya, this is a Brahmana, this is a poor, this is rich, this is educated, this is illiterate. This lives in that smaller community, this lives in the villas. Will you ever distinguish? This is a poor student, this is the brightest in the class. Can you ever distinguish Brahman from Brahman? No way. It is not possible. Such should be the spirit of working. When we are working, we should work as if it is not me. It is because of him that I'm able to work. Whatever I'm doing today, whatever knowledge, whatever skills I have is nothing than his presence, his proof of his presence. And the results of it, when it goes out in the world, it is going back to him in various forms. Pets may get benefited. People may get benefited. Environment may get benefited. Something or somebody is getting benefited because of that work. That is Brahman for me. I am performing this action for them. With this intention, if you work, then there is no way there is going to be a sin of having ego injected into it. Right? So that is why we eat. When we are eating, we say Brahmarpanam Brahma Havihi, Brahmagno Brahmanahutam, Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam, Brahma Karma Samadhina. When you do that and eat, you know that you are eating something which is very special. It is going into somebody who is so special. And after eating, whatever energy you get will be used for something special. With that consciousness, when you eat, there is nothing that you can eat unhealthy. There is nothing that you can do unhealthy after eating as well. That's why it's very important for us to remind us what to eat and when to eat and how much to eat. We chant this mantra. Let's move on to 25th. Pranavitali, will you repeat after me?
Yes, sir.
Daivameva pare yajñam.
Daivameva pare yajñam.
Yogina paryupasate.
Yogina paryupasate.
Brahmajnava pare yajñam.
Brahmagnava pare yajñam.
Yajñenaivopa juhvati.
Yajnenaivupajuhvati.
We'll try to do the full line. Daivameva pare yajñam yoginah paryupasate.
Daivameva pare yajñam. Yogina paryupasate.
Brahmagnava pare yajñam yajñenaivopajuhvati.
Brahmagnava pare yajñam. Yajnenaivopajuhvati.
So here there are two kinds of yajñas that is being highlighted. The way we perform in two ways. There are some who will be performing. This is for whom are we performing with that intention. In the previous one, he clearly mentioned how the performance has to be. The performance has to be considering we are performing it for Brahma. Right? Brahmarpanam. With that thought we should do. But not everybody does that. Some people may see Brahmarpanam from me. Brahman, the Lord, is Mahalakshmi because she gives me money. I will do yajna, but I will do it for her because I'll get wealth back. I need wealth. For what? For the benefit of society. Again, the intention is good, but focus is on what? Some material benefiting. So obviously, what will you give? You will give something that Mahalakshmi likes, isn't it? So if you are doing it for sun god, for providing us good sunlight and have the fields, come out with lot of grains around and help everyone get feeded, with lot of grains and all, I'm offering my oblations, my sacrifices to Lord Sun. So, hey, Surya Deva, come have this, whatever I'm providing you, and give me what I want, so I can help the society. Focus is on a particular Deva, on a particular capability of Paramatma. Again, all these gods are nothing but him, Paramatma only, but his limited capacity and direction to perform a limited set of activities and bless with certain things in a given domain. We call that as like Surya, Chandra, Pavan, Varun, Agni, Yama, Kubera, all these names. But it is ultimately him. They are all, we call them as demigods. They are not like 10 different gods sitting there or 1,000 gods or million gods sitting there doing different duties. These are different actions of him which have been named. So we understand that it's a different god. Now, if I'm invoking a particular aspect of him, I will only be blessed with that. I cannot go to finance minister and ask for, my irrigation project to be signed. He will say, go to irrigation minister. Don't come to me. I'm finance. I'm a, attorney general. Don't come to me asking for signing on the budgets. I am not the one. Go to finance minister. Right? Similarly, when we go to a particular Deva, we ask for what he or she, what that God can provide us back. Isn't it? Very simple. So there are few who focus on a particular Deva to obtain the material rewards back. What they will do with those material rewards, they may probably share it. But they are still going to one. The beauty of yoga, the beauty of the Tattvadarshinaha, the beauty of this wise saint and sages is that they don't go to one, they directly go to the Prime Minister. They say, I know, Mr. Prime Minister, you have 10 departments, you are the head of all. I am asking you, get me this done, get me that done, get me this done, get me everything done. So that I can put 100 hands and get every action move in its own way, helping the society in a bigger way. So I'm coming directly to you. Go to the Prime Minister directly, right? Which means perform the sacrifices to Parabrahma. This is exactly where in Bhagavatam there was a conflict. All the villagers of Gokul, you know where Krishna was born, right? Nanda was the king, his father. So everybody used to, like every year, they used to perform a ritual of offering the yajna to Indra. Why? Because Indra had his team, Varuna, he will give rains. Pavan, he will have nice winds coming in, monsoon winds. Surya, give his ultimate, with ultimate power, it is required. The sunlight is required for the plants to grow and, have everything done. Now, they used to offer their sacrifices to Indra. Krishna once stops them and says, why are you doing this for Indra? You should do that for the Lord of Lords, right? And for us, from all the calamities, from all the diseases and everything, this Govardhana mountain and the herbs around it are helping us. For us directly, this mountain is helping. We should offer our prayers to this mountain rather than some Indra. See this, Krishna injects that seed into the villagers. And then they get to a discussion panel. Everybody starts discussing, okay, let's go to Nanda and have a discussion. And Nanda also thinks, yeah, what Krishna is saying is right. We should do our prayers to Govardhana. And they start offering everything to Govardhana. They do a yajna to Govardhana mountain. And then Indra gets mad. He says, oh my God, they are going to Govardhana, they're not coming back to me. And then he says, let me show them what I can do. He brings his favorite, which is Varuna. He says, okay, Mr. Varuna, you are the Lord of rains. I know you have something called as, untimely rains and flooding that you can also do. I know you have reserved this for the end of the world. When an end of the world happens, this is what is expected from you, but do that now. And do that, and on that Govardhana mountain and the villages surrounding it. Varuna takes the, okay, my master, whatever, I don't want to do, but whatever you are saying, I will do it. And he starts pouring down madly. All the streams, rivers, everything gets flooded off. Villages start getting down the water, it gets submerged slowly. Large trees also become tiny bushes. That's when people start crying, say, Krishna, we did this. I think we have made the gods angry, and I think they are taking revenge upon us. What should we do? He said, don't worry, I'm here to take care of you. And then Bhagavan Shri Krishna lifts the Govardhana mountain on his little hand first. And then says, everyone, cattle, people, everything, come down this mountain. We will save you. All of those, they just stand there. They put all the, they put their hands. They also think that, Krishna cannot do, he's a small boy. So let us all help, as if they are doing it. And for days, for many days, Varuna did not stop. And still, he lost power because he had limited capacity. Gods can provide only limited, whatever they have. Varuna was running out of all his resources. He said, I am getting weak. Even the thunderstorm, it doesn't stay the same, right? Once it touches the ground, it gets weakened. I'm getting weak. Indra says, okay, let me try my Vajrayudha, which is lightning. He puts lightnings all over, scaring people, burning things off. But he also gets weakened. He says, oh my God, what is this? We are getting so weak. And then he realizes that his biggest problem, he thought he is the greatest, but greater than him was Lord Shri Krishna, who is none other than the avatara of Paramatma. The Supreme Lord's, Mahavishnu's avatara is Lord Shri Krishna. And then he says, sorry, my ego came in the way. I thought I was the biggest, but I forgot that we are all disciples of you. We are all devotees of you. We are supposed to act upon your mercy. Please excuse me. And then Krishna says, now go back. Take everything back, whatever you have done, clean it up now so that villagers can go back. Then villagers go back and then they think that, oh, if I remove my hand, tiny Krishna, how can he come out? And Krishna says, don't worry about me. I can show you that I can hold this mountain. And then he lifts the finger. He says, see, I'm holding now not on my hand, but on a tiny finger. And then they say, oh my God, he is Lord. Then they realize that Krishna is not an ordinary boy. They all come out. And then slowly he drops the mountain down. This is the Lord's Bhagavatam story, right? But what it shows is that there is always ego associated when we pray the God, because we are asking for something limited. When the ocean is unlimited, you are asking for a small limited thing for a particular purpose. That itself shows we are narrowing our mindsets. So here in this particular verse, Bhagavan Shri Krishna is saying there are two ways in which yajna can be performed. One, you can perform the yajna for a limited cause, smaller cause going to devas, or you can do it for a vaster experience by performing the yajna to me, or to whoever you are performing, see my presence in them. You may do a yajna for Surya Deva, fine, but see my presence in Surya and do it. That is when it will give the best results. Okay, so always think of a bigger cause, not a narrower cause when you are performing an action. If you have to come back to our normal life and talk about how Bhagavad Gita is going to help me, Bhagavad Gita tells us that when you are working, look at a bigger cause, not a narrow-minded cause. This is the essence from 25. Let's go to 26. Okay? Krititali? Ready? Shrotradini
Srodranini
Indriyanyanye
Indriyanyanye
Shrotradini Indriyanyanye
Srodranini
Shrotradini Indriyani Anye. 3 words. Shrotradini Indriyani Anye. Shrotradini Indriyani Anye.
Srodranini Indriyanyanye.
Very good. Samyam
Samyam
Agnishu
Agnisu
Juhvati
Juhvati
Samyamagnishu Juhvati
Samyamagnisu Juhuyati
Shabdadin
Shabdadin
Vishayan
Vishayan
Indriyagnishu
Indriyanisu
Juhvati
Juhvati
Shabdadin Vishayanyanya
Shabdadin Vishayan Anya
Indriyagnishu Juhvati.
Indriyanisu Juhvati.
So, full lines. Who can go with the full lines? Pranavitali, can you try?
Yes, sir.
Shrotradinindriyanyanye samyamagnishu juhvati.
Shrotraadhinindriyanyanye sanyamagnishu juhvati.
Shabdadin vishayanyanya indriyagnishu juhvati.
शब्दादीन् विषयानन्य इन्द्रयज्ञेषु जुह्वति.
So, a lot of people start asking questions after the first few verses about yajna. We have started in the journey of yajna, right? The concept of yajna, the concept of sacrifice, the thought process that goes behind yajna spirit, right? Because we use that yajna spirit while performing various actions in our day-to-day affairs, like eating, sleeping, walking, talking, working. Now, how is it low? So people will think, okay, is it applicable only for like eating? Is it applicable only for praying? Or how can I implement this? Give me some more tips. So Bhagavan knows that this could be a problem. And so before even Arjuna asks, he compassionately comes back and gives us the resolutions to those questions. First thing he says that Shrotra, listening. What you listen? Shrotra, Adi, Indriyani, Anye. All the sense organs. Like your ears listening, all the other indriyas. We have panchendriyas, all 5 indriyas. All these 5 indriyas. Juhvati means offer it into the fire. Fire of what? Samyama Agni. What is Samyama Agni? Samyama means what? Balance of mind. Balance of mind. Put all your senses, offer it into that balance. Uncle, little confusing. What do you mean by put all your senses in the fire of mental balance? What should the fire do? We just learned. What does fire do? Cleans, purifies, isn't it? Purifies. So when I'm putting my senses into my mental balance, you know what it does? It takes my senses, it becomes aware of my senses. So suppose if I'm angry and if I'm seeing something, I will find defects in it. I will find wrong things about it. If I'm angry and if I'm seeing a nice dance, I will start saying something bad about that dance, which has nothing to do. The dance may be being performed with a very nice spirit, a lovely dance for, as an offering to Bhagwan. But I, with my angry mode, when I look at it, I'm angry about something else. I came in, I had a fight with somebody at the door. I was sitting in here. Somebody is performing a dance, beautiful dance for Lord Krishna. And I see, look at that, what they're doing. Because my anger continues. But if I put the same, because my sense of seeing, my sense of hearing is lost in my agitated mind, in my disturbed mind. Now, if I put my mind stable, calm, happy, satisfied with everything. Yeah, there are few things that have happened. Somebody shouted at me at the door. I will say namaskar. Sorry. I don't keep anything. Maybe I did a mistake. Sorry. And then I go back, sit calmly in the hall, watch the dance. I say, wow. Why? Because my senses are now more disciplined. What happens when you put senses in a calm mind is they get disciplined. So that's why that is also a yajna. Always put your senses into the calm mind, which means you have to have that calm mind burning all the time. That's when we can put our senses in there. Whatever I'm hearing, I'll hear with my calm mind. Whatever I'm seeing, I'll see with my calm, balanced mind. Whatever I'm talking, I will only talk when my mind is calm and settled. Otherwise, I will not talk. Stop. Because I will not talk right. Isn't it? It happens to everyone. Huh? When we are not calm, we talk something really foolish, hurting someone. Right? So, Sarvani Indriyan. So, Shrotradini Indriyani, ye, all the senses, like hearing sense, all the senses. There are people who offer it in the Agni called as mental balance. There are certain other people, these are different ways in which people do yajna. This is also a yajna, is what Bhagavan Shri Krishna is saying. There is another kind of yajna, which is Shabdadi, Shabda, sound. Shabda, Adi, Anya Vishayan, all the other subjects, whatever you speak, Like what you're speaking, you'll be acting, you'll be seeing something, right? All those scenes, all the visuals, whatever it is, all these are offered into an Agni called as Indriya. That means what? What I'm seeing, I should see with a focus. What I'm speaking, I should speak with focus, because it should not be random. It should be tightly associated with this Indriya. Shabda Adin Vishaya Anya, which means all the things that are subject of the senses. Subject of the senses. Can you give me a subject of eye? Who can give me an example of subject of eye? Which means what eye sees. Give me an example. You see a lot many things. Give me one example. Pranavitali?
Book, uncle.
Pets. Very good. Subject of nose. Krititali?
Flowers.
Flowers. Wow, nice. Good. Reem Beta. Subject of ears.
Music.
Music. Very nice. Harika Tali. Subject of tongue. Ice cream. All right. So, likewise, all these subjects of the senses should be burned into the Agni of the senses. That means what? What does that mean? Uncle, what does that mean? It means that my sense of seeing should see anything and purify it. Even if it is not pure, my sense of seeing should purify it. I'm seeing something bad, but I should see that it is not the person who is doing bad. It is the situation that is making him do the bad things. I'm seeing a bad person, but I should not have a problem in the person, but I should have a problem in the act he is performing, which means my eyes are seeing the act which is wrong and the person which is still Paramatma. The act is still the wrong thing, right? So I should not be able to see, even in the worst of the worst, I should be able to see something positive towards the end of the subject, right? Some people say, I see those people are copying. I would say, see that he wants to excel. Of course, he's doing bad, but what he wants after copying, he wants to excel. He wants to be out of the league. He wants to be part of your team. He wants to grow along with you. He is doing that because he could not study and he wants to pass somehow. The intention to pass is a common feeling. It's common to all. Nobody wants them. I don't want to fail in my exams. Nobody wants that. The intention is good, but the act is wrong. So I should still see the positive intent in things that are not so good. Dream beta?
I need to leave for a few minutes. Can I come back in a few moments?
Yes, beta. All right. So this is how we have to see goodness in everything. So that is what our the second line is. All the subjects should get merged into the senses. You should have clear focus on it so that they get purified. All right. So let's stop here. I know we are over time. Let's stop here and then continue from the next verse onwards, 27th onwards. But see how many different ways in which we can perform yajna. All right. So let's stop with the closing prayers. Om Sarvesham Swasthir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet, Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. See you all. Have a good rest of the week. We'll catch up again next Saturday. Jai Shri Krishna.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank
beta.
you. Jai Shri Krishna. Did I miss anything?
No, beta, nothing. We just stopped. Thank
Oh.
you.
Bye. Jai Shri Krishna.